Hi friends, it's Julie, and today I'm here with my first book unhaul video for you guys. I have a stack of books here that I have just cleared off my shelf to make room for new books because there is a huge library sale getting ready to happen here in just a couple weeks. I'm so excited. I mean, it is huge. There are just thousands and thousands of books, and they're all 50 cents to $2. I'm so excited. This huge one happens like once a year, and oh, I can't wait. But I needed to make some more room on my shelves because I have been running out of space. And so, disclaimer, if any of these are your favorite books, that is awesome. I do not hate any of these books. I just have either picked them up at library sales thinking I was going to read them and just never got around to doing it, or they're books that I've read and just don't think that I will ever reread. But anyway, let's just get to the books. So the first book I will be getting rid of is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I still haven't read this book. I've owned it for almost a year now. And I picked this up because my sister read it this year, or last year, and she really enjoyed it, so I thought I'd want to read it. But since then, I've just heard kind of mixed things on the series as a whole, and I don't feel like committing to another series that I'm not sure about, you know, and they're all really big books. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pass and somebody else can give this book a good home. Then I have Molokai by Alan Brennert, and this is a historical fiction novel about a leprosy colony in Hawaii, which that whole thing just sounded really cool, and so I was excited to pick up this book, but it just was not for me. I got about 100 pages into this, and I was actually buddy reading this with some other booktubers, and I couldn't get into it. I couldn't connect to the writing, I couldn't connect to the characters, and I just really struggled to get through those first 100 pages, and so I put this one down, and I don't have any desire to pick it up again. I know that that's a pretty unpopular opinion. A lot of people really enjoyed this book. It just wasn't for me. Then I have this beautiful copy of Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys, and this is another historical fiction novel, although this one is a World War II historical fiction novel about like work camps in Siberia or something along those lines. This is another very well-loved book, and I was actually going to buddy read this book with Katie from Life Between Words, and she went ahead and read it, and she really enjoyed it, but when the time came to pick this one up, I had no desire to. And if you watched my Netflix book tag video, you will know that I'm not the biggest fan of World War II historical fiction, which is another very unpopular opinion, and that's okay. I'm always the queen of unpopular opinions. So yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this one because if, you know, a buddy read isn't enough motivation to pick up a book, I don't know what is. And then I have a book you might be a little surprised to see on my channel, and that is Dead Ever After by Charlaine Harris. This is the final book in the Sookie Stackhouse novels, and I loved this series so much. This series actually got me back into reading, you know, after I'd stopped through college and things like that, and I just devoured this series. It was such a guilty pleasure read of mine, but this is actually the only book that I still own in this series. I have a signed copy of one of the books in this series, but I have no idea where that is. But this is the only one that I think I still own, and so I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't think I'll ever reread them, but if for some reason I decide to, I'm pretty sure my sister-in-law still owns all of them. And then I have this mammoth of a book, and that is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I'm just going to be real. I'm never going to read this book. I picked it up at a library sale for really cheap, and I thought I wanted to read it because, you know, I've heard just such amazing things about it, but I still don't even really know what this book is about. I think it's about a painting or something along those lines. I just don't really think that this book is going to be for me. Although I do still want to read The Secret History by Donna Tartt because I've heard really good things about that one too, and I feel like that book just seems like something that, you know, I would probably read, but this one I'm just going to get rid of. Then I have The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Ellen Bradley. This is the first book in the Flavia de Luce mystery series. I don't really know too much about this, although I think they're like cozy mysteries. And some lady at a library sale recommended this to me as we were perusing the books, and so I picked it up because it's like 50 cents, but I'm never gonna read it. And then these next two books are also very unpopular opinions, and they're books that probably people would be surprised that I'm getting rid of, and that is The Likeness by Tana French and Fateful Place by Tana French. This is the second and third book in the Dublin Murder Squad series by her, and I know I have a very unpopular opinion when I say I didn't love these books. I wanted to love them. I wanted to love them so much, but I just really struggled with the mystery in these books, and so I'm gonna get rid of them because, to be honest, I don't reread a lot of mysteries and thrillers anyway, so the only ones I keep are ones that I really loved, and that wasn't the case with these, so hopefully they will find a new home. And now all the rest of these are the YA books that I'm going to be getting rid of. YA is just something that I don't read a lot of anymore, and so I just had a few books that I need to get rid of. And the first one of those is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the final book in the Raven Cycle series, and I enjoyed this series, but this is actually the only book in it that I own, and I'm not going to go and buy all of the other books, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And then this book kind of goes along those same lines, and that is The Rose Society by Marie Lu. This is the second book in the Young Elites trilogy by her, and I read the first 2 books in this trilogy and I enjoyed them, but I still haven't read the 3rd book, and I don't think that I'm going to. I just don't have a really strong desire to pick it up. To be honest, I don't even really remember much about this series, other than that the main character is like an anti-hero, so I kind of really like that because I like, you know, my characters to have some questionable morals sometimes. But this is the only book in this trilogy that I own. And the only reason why I own it is because, I don't know if you can see, but I spilled coffee on it while I was reading it. And so they made me buy it from the library. So that's the only reason why I own it. And now I'm going to get rid of it. Then up next, I have Paper Towns by John Green. This just wasn't my favorite John Green novel. The only one of his books that I'm still keeping is Looking for Alaska, because that is my favorite John Green novel, although I probably won't ever reread it, so I'll probably be unhauling that book here in like a year or so, but I'm gonna get rid of this one. I went through a big John Green phase a few years ago, just like I think everyone else did, and yeah, I enjoyed his books just fine, but I'm not gonna reread it. And then I have Eon, Dragon Eye Reborn by Alison Goodman. This is the first book in a duology, I believe. And I had heard good things about this on other people's like booktube channels and things like that. But now I don't even know really what this book is about. And I don't have any desire to pick it up. I have so many other like adult fantasy series that I want to read. So yeah, getting rid of that one. And then the final book I have is The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi, and this is actually like a signed copy. I won this book in a booktuber. Somebody was doing a giveaway and I won it, and I feel bad giving it away because I did win it. If I can get this open, I can't. Yeah, it's actually like a signed copy. She got it at like BookCon or something along those lines, but since then I've just heard really mixed things about this book, and I just have no desire to read it. So somebody will be happy when they pick it up, you know, that it's signed and stuff. But those are all of the books that I plan on getting rid of here very soon. I'll probably take them either to Half Price Books or to a thrift store, or maybe see if some of my family members want some of them. But I think that's it for the day, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Happy reading. Bye.